season high, 6 goals for you guys tonight. Seemed like Zellweger and Terry were making really confident plays with the puck. When you have a couple guys that are playing with swagger, do you think that's kind of contagious for the whole group?
Yeah, I thought that Tim watches up above, Tim Omni, and then it's such an unemotional view of the game. It's very tactical. I think it's a more honest view than what you see on the bench. And he had come down after the first period, and there was a little bit of a stink because we gave up. It was an awkward goal. We cheated into the corner and gave him a kind of like an open net goal on the end of that 5-on-3, and so I think there was some guys were feeling a little bit down, and he was really adamant about saying, hey, we played a heck of a period. And he went in there and shared that with the players and told them why. The fact that we were getting pucks deep, we were hunting pucks down, we were getting quality chances. And then, I think it reminded them, because we've been talking about this all year, about making a commitment to play a certain way. And that if you keep playing that way over time, you're going to get your chances, you're going to get rewarded. And whether the puck handling of Zelly or Troy kind of added more, confidence and swagger to that, I don't know. But I just felt that as the game went on, we started to get more and more possessions, and then we got the power plays at the end of the second or whatever marker that was, and we had a ton of chances. Like I've said in the past, when we don't get any chances in the power play, the crowd boos us, it gets deflating, guys are frustrated on the bench. It worked the other way in the second. We were getting chances, and I think that whole thing lifted us offensively.
And speaking of kind of reward chance ratio, Cutter has been shooting the puck a ton. Finally gets one, I imagine, a mood on the bench very high when he gets that goal. The importance of it in the game and also being his first career goal.
Yeah, the whole bench was excited for him. I mean, he's been pounding pucks, and to his credit, he's been moved down to the lineup to try and simplify his game and get a little bit more of fourth line habits and more of a checking kind of commitment. Again, we always talk about changing the value system to give guys kind of a reset on what they're focusing on instead of just scoring goals, and I think he fed off of that. I thought that line with him and Ross and I thought Hockey was terrific, and then we moved him onto the third line. And the whole time he's been doing this, he's been positive, supporting his teammates, no sulking, practicing hard. I love talking about stories like that because they're a reflection of the culture we're trying to create here.
A lot of offensive generation tonight, especially on the power play. You have to be thrilled with the way that the guys created those opportunities and drew those penalties by moving their feet.
Well, I'm most happy for Richard Clune. I mean, he's like the mad scientist in there trying to come up with a strategy and a formula to get, success in the power play. And, he did a great job getting them prepared, and there was some in-game adjustments we made. I think that the players listened and they executed, and, he could have had another goal or two as well. So it's always good to get the power play going. It just gives you some more confidence offensively.
2 points tonight for Drew Hellison. What did you see from him in his season debut?
Shaky first period. His credit, I grabbed him. I said, let's keep this simple. I think he had a little bit of nervous energy. He was being overly aggressive in the D zone. Try to get him to simplify it, and it was a blessing to have him there. I thought he played really well the second, third period, and it's nice to have the righty on that side now. When you go left, a lefty's passing to a righty in the neutral zone, the puck's distributed quicker, and the offensive zone, he kept some pucks in, hit the post there at the end. So I think that just gave us a little bit more firepower.
Shuffled the lines a little bit mid-game. We're still trying to find that synergy between a couple of guys.
Yeah, I think it was about halfway through. I just wanted to try some different combinations out. They had some analytical. Somebody had asked me about the analytics before the game, and I already had written that down as like a go-to, line combination if we did have a little bit of flatness, and we just gave it a try, and it worked out.
Do you feel like John Gibson has rounded back into form?
Yeah, it's early for him. I mean, it's his second game in a long time. And, he's such a veteran. He's been around a long time. I think a lot of what he does is on instincts and just, he's just a real smart goalie. I think he made a huge save there. I don't remember what the score was, but there was a shot through traffic, and I don't know how he saw it, but he blocked it. And he's a big guy, so he takes up a lot of net when he's out. But he's a big part of the win tonight.